Hi.
Hello, Lux. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm also good. A little bit exhausted these days. We're having a little bit, more
Oh,
work.
really?
Yeah, more work in the office, like 14 hours to 15 hours per day in
Oh,
these days. So that's why a little bit exhausted. So okay, but we're having only the last day today for that work, and then I'll be
oh,
again free from Monday.
perfect.
So we are on test paper 10, right?
Yeah, I got a 700. I graded it.
Okay, 700.
Mm-hmm.
But where are where the problem is occurring? Like why some questions are getting wrong? Let's check out.
Okay. I always get more wrong in the first one than the second one. I don't
Otherwise,
know why.
people think like it's no calculator portion. It'll be a little bit easier as compared to the calculator one. But okay, let's check out which thing is.
I got 6 wrong.
It's again the same thing, plugging in, right? The same strategy. You'll plug in the answers and you will check which one
Mhm.
is working, right?
I did that, but I must have just gotten it. I
Uh,
put D,
you
which
put
was wrong.
you put D.
Mm-hmm.
That means out of -3 and -1, one of them will not be working. So let's put in -1 whole squared -1 divided by -1 minus 1. -1 whole squared is how much? It's -1 times -1. That'll be +1,
1.
right? Right.
Mm-hmm.
And -1 minus 1 will be -2. So 1 minus 1 is 0,
0.
right? 0 divided by anything is always 0. So 0 will not be equal to -2. So that's why -1 is not
But
working.
the denominator is -2.
Whatever the denominator is, 0 divided by
Oh,
anything.
yeah, is 0.
Anything, yeah. 0 divided by anything is 0. 0 multiplied by anything is 0, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 0 will make everything 0, right? So that's why whatever the number is in the denominator, we don't care, right? Because if you're having the 0 in the numerator,
Mm-hmm.
so that's why it'll be not working. -1 will not be working. And
So then it's just A.
yes,
Okay.
so you'll be plugging in and you'll be checking in. But if there's 0 divided by 0, it will be indeterminate. It will be not
Yeah.
defined. So that's why you have to be a little bit cautious here. 0 multiplied by any number is 0.
0.
0 divided by any number is 0. Any number
Mhm.
divided by 0 is again not defined.
Yeah.
Or you can say it's infinity. So,
Mhm.
so 0 should not be in the denominator, and 0 divided by 0 should not be there. Otherwise, it'll make other things 0. What was the next one?
9. But I put A, but I didn't really understand it.
Well, we have understood the lines in slope-intercept form, right?
Yeah.
So we will convert every line into slope-intercept form. So if you have put A, so that means you have to convert this into slope-intercept form. So subtracting x to both sides, you'll be getting
Yeah.
-y equals -x minus 4, but you need y. So what you'll do to both sides?
Oh, you can multiply it by a positive.
Right, you'll multiply by -1, so it'll be x plus 4 on the right side. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
So what is the slope?
-4.
For this one, for your answer?
Oh, 1, 1, 1.
So 1 is a positive slope,
Yeah.
right? So positive slope will go up from left to right. That's why
Mm-hmm.
this will not be the answer.
Mm-hmm.
So, or even, you can plug, see, this is the point here. It's -4, 0. Am I right?
Yeah, that's what I did. I got the formula for.
So you can plug in -4, minus 0 equals -4. This is working. So for example, let us take this. Oh yeah, this is working, but maybe there's one more equation that is working, right?
Mhm.
So -4 minus 0 equals 4. So this is not working.
No.
This is not working because -4 is not equal to 4. So -4 plus 0 equals -4. This is also working.
Uh-huh.
And -4 plus 0 equals 4. This is not working. So
No.
out of A and C, we can have one option. But in order to confirm whether A is right or C is right, we'll take one more point. For example, this point
Mhm.
here. What is the coordinate of this point?
0 and -4.
0, -4. So plugging in 0, -4 here, 0 minus -4, is that equal to -4? Negative
No.
times negative. So A is eliminated, C is the answer.
Mhm.
So you can check it out also. So
Yeah.
0 minus 4 equals
0
minus.
-4 is equal to -4.
So that's it. It's working. So C is working. You can plug in the points, any point. You can plug in this point, this point, this point, because
Okay.
only that equation will satisfy all those points, which will be the equation of that particular line. Other equations will not satisfy all those points. You understand?
Yeah.
But why did this thing also satisfy this point?
Because
Because this was this line. That's why.
yeah.
That's why it was satisfying this point also. All right, so whenever you'll be having this thing, you'll be plugging in the points. You can check out the answers, or you can make the equations as slope intercept form and then check out what is the slope. And if the slope is positive, then the line will go up from left to right. If the slope is negative, then the line will go down from left to right. Okay.
Mhm.
If the slope is 0, then the line will be horizontal.
Yeah.
If the slope is infinity or not defined, then the line
Then
will
I go
be
up and down.
vertical, right? And if the and then you'll be having one more information, that is the y-intercept. So you'll be checking
Yeah.
the y-intercept, y equals mx plus b. You'll be comparing the b of that equation which you have got. If that is positive, then it'll be cutting here from,
Yeah, on the top.
it'll be negative, it'll be cutting there on the bottom. So that's it.
Okay.
Any confusion here?
No.
These are those questions which you could easily do, isn't it?
Yeah, and then D.
Which one?
Or nines. No, 12, 12, 12, 12,
12.
12.
Okay, so we're having two triangles. It seems to be they're similar. It's a right angle triangle, ABC, and there's DEF. The question is telling you in the figure about triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. That's right, I'm right. So similarity means if you're having two triangles similar, then their sides will be proportional. Like, for example, if this is like, if the triangle is 5, 12, and 13, maybe this bigger triangle will be some multiple of that 5, 12, and 13. Maybe this will be double, like 10,
Yeah, it's like
24.
10, 24, and 26.
Correct. It'll be like that. So that is called a similarity. And similar triangles are having the corresponding angles equal. If this angle B is here, then angle B will be equal to angle E, angle A will be equal to angle D, and angle C will be equal to angle F. But sides will
Okay.
not be equal. Sides will be proportional. Proportional means like, 10 times, 5 times, 1.5 times,
Yeah.
half times, whatever. So that is the similarity thing. Now they're telling you what is the value of cosine of E. So cosine of E, we are interested here. Cosine of E is exactly same as the cosine of B.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because they're similar. The ratios,
Similar, yeah.
the ratios of the sides will be proportional. So cosine of B, so katoa. Cosine of B will be what?
Well, the
Adjacent,
same.
adjacent over hypotenuse, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So cosine of B is equal to what is adjacent? Of the
5.
of angle B, not angle C. That is the difference here. Angle B we are
Oh, I
interested.
messed up. Okay, it's 12.
Right. Cosine of B is adjacent is 12 divided by the
13.
hypotenuse is 13. So 12 over 13. And the same will be for cosine of E because they are proportional. Cosine of
Yeah.
E will be 12 over 13. We're done.
Yeah, that was my bad.
So you have taken 5 because you have taken this thing, this angle here.
Uh-huh.
Our adjacent and the opposite depends on the angle. If you take this angle, then the adjacent and opposite will be different. And if you take the above angle, the adjacent and opposite will be different, right?
Yes.
Hypotenuse will be same, no doubt in that, but the adjacent and
Mhm.
opposite will be different, right? So this is the similarity thing. Next one.
14. Oh, no. 18.
All right. So again, in 14, you'll be plugging in, right?
Yeah, that's what I did.
And taking the positive ones only.
Mm-hmm.
So 18. Okay, so this is a verbal sentence. I'll be breaking that into parts, and then I'll be trying to understand what this is saying.
Yeah.
So what's that? Yuan or something? Yuan
1.
purchased an antique, okay, that had a value of $200 at the time of purchase. So at the time of purchase, that the value is $200. Each year, the value of the antique is estimated to increase 10%. So every year, for example, this is 2022. The price is $200. In 2023, the price will be increased by 10%. And I know that increasing 10% means multiplying by 1.1.
Mm-hmm.
So 200 multiplied by 1.1 will be how much?
Right.
220?
220, yeah.
All right, so that is how much it's increasing. And then it'll be increasing, 10% again and again and again.
Mm-hmm.
So that they're telling you the estimated value of the antique in dollars 2 years after the purchase can be represented by the expression 200A, where A is a constant. What's the value of A? So, well, I know that 2023 is 220, or I can say that 200 multiplied by 1.1. And now in 2024, the price of the antique will be whatever the price we're having, in 2023, that's 200 times 1.1.
Yeah.
That needs to be multiplied with 1.1. Think about it.
Yeah.
Because you are increasing every year 10%. So this was the price of 2023. Multiplied with 1.1 means you are increasing it by 10%.
200 times 1.1 times 1.1.
Am I right? Whatever that is, they're telling you it's 200 times A.
Yeah, so it's 242.
200 and 200 will cancel out if we'll be dividing it. We don't need to even multiply this. So A is 1.1 times 1.1, or you can say 11 times 11. 11 times 11 is 121, but you're having the decimal, so it'll be 1.21.
1.21 is equal to A.
That's the answer.
Okay.
So this is actually, that type of question, and we should be having price after, like, for example, 10 years. Price after 10 years will be 200 times 1.1. You have to multiply 1.1, 1.1, 1.1 for 10 times, and that'll be raised to the power 10. That'll be in short. Think about what I have written.
Yeah.
So if it'll be after t years, it'll be 200 times 1.1 raised to the power t. Right? So this will be the shortest formula of calculating how much amount this will be having after t years. Now, this is the case for increase. But if the antique is decreasing every year 10%,
it's 0.1.
It'll be like 1 minus 0.1. That'll be 0.9.
Oh, right, yeah.
You're multiplying 200 with 0.9. And if it is for, like, you're checking it for after t years, it'll be like 200 times 0.9 raised to the power t. Think about it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So these are the important things which will be helpful in solving those types of questions, because they are a little bit trickier and a little bit complex. So in short, multiplying with 1 point something, 1.1 means increasing by 10% for 1 year. Multiplying by 1.1 raised to the power t means increasing by 10%, 10%, 10% every year for t years.
Yeah.
In the same way, multiplying by 0.9 for, with 200 will be decreasing 10% for 1 year, and then multiplying by 0.9 raised to the power t will be decreasing 10%, 10% of every year for t years.
Okay.
So this is very important. You can write it somewhere, and you can use it in some form,
Yeah, I just wrote it down.
Because it's not only this thing which will be this type of question. It can be like bacteria. It can be like virus or something. You know, they are increasing by 10% every year, or virus is increasing by, or radioactive
Yeah.
substance is decreasing every year or every minute or every second by some percent. And then how much will be the amount after, you know, so many years or so many days. And then you'll be using this strategy, this thing here.
Yeah.
All right, so next one.
20.
Okay, well, when I saw this, because I'm doing this test paper 10 first time, when I saw this, it immediately gave me some indication.
Of inequalities.
What? Can you repeat what?
Inequalities.
Inequalities. Inequalities is less than equal to, greater than equal to, but we don't have identities.
Identities, yes.
So what is that identity which we can use here?
Well, in the first parentheses, you can just put 2 because they're telling you u minus 2.
Exactly, right. And what about u squared minus t squared?
Wait, I have it written down.
But this will not be available for you on the SAT, right?
Yeah.
So you have to remember this thing.
A squared plus b squared minus 2ab.
Is this in that form?
Wasn't it u minus t whole squared?
Why? It's u squared minus t squared. It's not u minus t whole squared.
Oh.
We are discussing this thing, right? U squared minus t squared.
Oh, isn't it parentheses a minus b in parentheses a plus b?
Exactly. A plus b times a minus b will be equal to a squared minus b squared. Is this right?
Yes. Yes.
So that means if this is u squared minus t squared, it'll be u plus t times u minus t.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right?
Yeah.
So I can write, instead of u squared minus t squared, I can write u plus t times u minus t.
Which is 2.
So 2 times u plus t is 5 times u minus t is 2.
Wait, how do you know u plus t is 5?
Given in the question.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So 2
So
times 5
20.
times 2. That's the answer.
20.
20,
Okay.
we're having 20 as the answer.
Okay.
So remember these 3 identities. So how much
Yes.
will be a plus b whole squared?
A squared plus b squared plus 2ab.
Right, because it'll be having all the terms positive. A squared plus b squared plus 2ab. And what about a minus b whole squared?
A squared minus 2b, no. Yes.
A squared plus b squared minus 2ab.
Plus b squared minus 2ab.
Right. Minus 2ab plus 2ab. So you have to be very cautious here, because you know you have to use it. You will be using it in some way or the other. But if you will remember these things and you'll be practicing this in the questions, then you'll be able to do it yourself in those questions which will be in the SAT.
Okay.
So this is for 20. Any confusion till now in any question?
No.
Okay, next one.
On the no calculator portion.
On the calculator portion.
Oh yeah, calculator portion. Question 8.
8, okay. All right, so we're having two graphs, Ian and Jeremy, and there's total amount deposited and the number of weeks. So without reading the question, I'm able to see that Ian has deposited $100, right?
Yeah.
And his amount is increasing more faster than Jeremy, right? Ian has deposited $100 and his amount, because his slope is more, his steepness is more, right? His steepness is more, Ian's steepness is more. So he is increasing from $100 to $800 in 7 weeks.
Yeah.
But Jeremy is depositing $300 and his steepness is less, his slope is low, and that means his increase is lesser as compared to, it's slower as compared to iron.
Yes. Yeah.
Is that clear till now?
Mm-hmm.
Now I'll be reading the question to make it more clear. The two graphs above show the total amounts of money that Ian and Jeremy each have deposited into their savings account for the first 7 weeks after opening their accounts. All right. After they made their initial deposits, how much more did Ian deposit each week than Jeremy? How much more than Ian deposited?
Yeah.
So we had to check out like how much is the increase in the Ian's amount as compared to the increase in the Jeremy's amount. So what really we have to calculate? This is a line. A line includes two things, slope and the y-intercept.
Slope and y-intercept.
So which thing we're interested in?
The slope.
Exactly, because we need to know how much Ian is giving the amount every week.
Yeah.
Amount per week, amount is the y-axis, per week is the x-axis, so y over x is the slope.
Okay, yeah.
Because it's the amount, it's the y-axis, right? So what will be the slope of the iron? You can take any 2 points, check out again. Slope of the iron.
But isn't it just 1? Because rise over run is equal to 1.
Oh, rise over run is 1. Y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Are you sure it's 1?
No, okay, 200 minus 100.
Okay, so it's 100, right?
Yeah, it's 100.
So Ian is depositing $100 per week. Now, what about the Jeremy?
400 minus 300 is 100. And 2 minus 0 is 2. So that's 50.
So how much is Ian depositing per week?
100.
And Jeremy?
50.
How much more did Ian deposit each week than Jeremy?
50.
That's it. Done.
Oh, I thought I had to add the y-intercept.
Oh, but it's not telling you how much is the initial deposit. It's telling you how much more Ian is depositing every week. So whatever the initial deposit is, no doubt Ian is having the initial deposit of $100 and Jeremy is having $300, but we don't care about that. We care about like how much more, like how much Ian is depositing every week and how much Jeremy is depositing every week. And definitely Ian is depositing more because he is, his amount is.
Yeah, his slope is higher.
Exactly. So that's 50. Is that clear?
Yeah.
So try to understand the question completely, by checking the graph and understanding the y-intercept and the slopes, and then understanding like what should I calculate? Should I calculate the y-intercept? Should I calculate the slope? And am I 100% confident that whether I have to calculate the slope or the y-intercept or both of them together or whatever? So you should be confident. You should be confident like which thing you have to calculate.
Okay.
So next one.
11.
Okay, so there are 2 lists, all right?
I didn't know what a deviation was.
Oh, okay. So this was the important thing here, which we have left till now. But I think we have done that before, maybe, but I'll be doing this again. Standard deviation. Well, if you're having, okay, let's take list A. If you're having some numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And first of all, your first step will be to calculate the mean, to calculate the average of these 6 numbers. So what is the average of these 6 numbers?
Let me 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6. 3.5.
3.5?
Yeah.
Okay, so the average is 3.5. That means the middle value, the data is more or less starting, to spread from 3.5. 3.5 is the middle thing. And then see what I'll be doing here. I'll be checking out each number is how much deviated from 3.5. How much is this number away from 3.5? So that's my
Oh, I
aim,
see.
right? So now I'll be checking out the deviation of 1 with 3.5. How much is that?
2.5.
2.5. And what about deviation of 2?
1.5.
Okay, what about 3?
0.5.
What about 4?
0.5.
5?
1.5.
6?
2.5.
So now if you want to calculate the standard deviation, what you'll do is you will add these numbers and divide it by how many they are.
Oh, I've never seen this before. Okay. 2.5 plus 1.5 plus 0.5 plus 0.5 plus 2.5 divided by how many? 6?
There are 6, right?
1.5.
So 1.5 is the standard deviation. So so this standard deviation is going to give you some idea about like how much the data is spread. It's spread like nearly 1.5, like it's spread
Yeah.
like this. Now, if the standard deviation is more, for example, 3 or 10, then the data, it will be spread more, more, it'll be spread more. If the standard deviation is less, for example, like 1, then it'll be uniformly spread closer to this mean.
Yeah.
So that is what this standard deviation is going to give you. Now let's try to understand whether the deviation is different or same, and whether the mean is different or same. So we got the mean for this as 3.5, and we got the standard deviation for this as
1.5.
1.5. Now let's check out list B. Can you do this yourself?
But don't we have to do the list B? Oh, yeah, that's what you
Same
said.
thing,
Okay.
yeah, mean and the standard deviation.
0 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 plus 4 plus 5. Same mean, 3.5.
Okay, so the mean is same. What about the standard deviation?
So 1.5. No, yeah, 1.5 plus 0.5, 5 plus 0.5 plus 0.5 plus 2.5, 1.5,
From
1.5.
1.5. I think the deviation will not be more for list B. It seems to be.
It's 0.83.
Right, so that I'm right. So 0.83. So the deviation is different and mean is same. Which option?
The means are same in the standard A.
That's the answer.
Okay.
Is that right? Like, is that?
Yes.
So if you want to calculate standard deviation, I have given the route, the way of doing it. So now you can do that, right? It's clear about standard deviations.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So next one.
16. Oh, wait, no, 12.
Okay. 12. So a book was on sale for 40% of its original price. Well, original price, if that is X, then the book is on sale. So what is the sale price then? We have to decrease 40% of that?
60% off.
Right.
60%.
So what will multiply with X? If you want to decrease by 40%.
Point 4.
Point?
Isn't 1 to minus 0.6?
0.6. 1 minus 0.4 will be 0.6. Because you are decreasing 40%, right? As you decrease 10%, what you're doing, were you multiplying with 0.1?
Yeah.
No, for example, if you're having $100 and you're decreasing by 10%, what you'll multiply? Will you multiply
0.9.
0.9, correct? So you'll be doing 1 minus 0.1, that'll be 0.9. In the same way, if you're decreasing by 40%, then it'll be like 1 minus 0.4, it will be 0.6, correct?
Yes.
So the sale price is 0.6 times X.
Yeah.
Okay, if the sale price is $18, so I can easily plug in. I can
So
plug in
18 is
this.
equal to 0.6 x.
Exactly,
So 18 divided by 0.6,
correct.
30.
Option C. So he'll
Okay.
be taking the way of the question, not your way. Like for example, some students, what they will do, they will try to increase 40% to the sales price. Increasing 40% to the sales price of the sales price will not give you the exact X, will not give you $30. 40% increase of $18 is not $30. So you have to go other way around. According to the question, the book was on sale for 40% off its original price. So original price is X. So the book is on sale and the price is 0.6 times X because 40% drop is there.
Mm-hmm.
Is it making sense?
Yep.
So that's how we'll do it in the shortest way possible. Next one.
Okay. 17. And that's the last one.
All right. Okay. So the volume of the sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed, and this is already given in the SAT also. R is the radius. Which of the following gives the radius of the sphere in terms of volume? So we had to calculate R. So I'll write here 4/3 pi r cube is V.
Uh-huh.
Now, in order to calculate R, I'll multiply 3/4 to both sides, first of all.
Oh.
So then it'll be like pi times r cubed is equal to 3/4 times V. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah.
I'm having pi here, so I'll be dividing by pi. So dividing by pi. So r cube is equal to 3v/4 pi.
4 pi.
Can I write it like this?
Yeah.
And in order to eliminate this cube, I'll do the cube root.
Yeah, to both sides.
Exactly. So cube root means like, doing like, you can write it like this also, or you can write like raised to power 1/3 also. And this thing I'll be writing here, cube root 3 and 3v/4 pi. So that's the answer. Because
Okay.
cube and cube root will cancel out, so r will be equal to cube root of 3v/4 pi. And that is this one, option D, right?
Yeah, D. I put option C, so I see where I went wrong.
Next one. Oh, this is the last one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's try to have some more questions.
I'm going to the bathroom quickly.
Yeah, sure, definitely.
Okay.
All right, so we were doing some difficult questions last time, I think, right?
Yeah.
Let's try to continue them if they are here. Did we try this? We tried this, I think.
No.
Can you try this?
The expression above is rewritten in the form A plus BI. A. What?
We're having a strategy for this. We're having, we know like we are having some steps to do for this to make it to convert this in the form of A plus BI, where you're not having any I in the denominator. You're having that I in the numerator only. Any idea?
No.
Multiplying the complex conjugate and dividing by complex conjugate to this. For example, if this is 3 minus 2i, you'll be writing 3 plus 2i divided by 3 plus 2i. You remember? No?
No.
Okay. So whenever you're having an imaginary number in the denominator and you want to convert that into the imaginary number, which is not having any imaginary number in the denominator, then you'll be multiplying and dividing by whatever is in the denominator. It's conjugate. Conjugate means if that is 3 minus here, it'll be 3 plus 2i there.
Yeah.
So multiplying and dividing by 3 plus 2i. So this will be giving you 8 minus I times 3 plus 2i, because numerator will be multiplied with the numerator and denominator will be multiplied with the denominator. 3 minus 2i times 3 plus 2i will be how much? Is this something which you
Well,
have?
6. You said times, right?
It is times 3 minus 2i times 3 plus 2i. It is something, you know, you can use something here.
Oh, in A squared plus B squared plus 2 minus 2AB.
Is there any 2ab there? Check it out. It's like A minus B times A plus B, isn't
Oh,
it?
it's A squared minus B squared.
Right. It's A minus B times A plus B, or A plus B times A minus B. It'll be A squared minus B squared. So A is
3 squared
minus B is
minus 2I squared.
correct. Now, can you simplify the numerator?
9.
Numerator first.
Oh, yeah. 8 times 3 is 24. 3I. Oh, no. What? No.
Whatever you will
Plus
say.
16I minus 3I
Right.
plus 2I squared.
Negative I times
Minus 2I
positive
squared minus 2I squared.
divided by
Divided by 9 minus 4I.
4i squared, because you have
I
to square to
squared.
both of them. And if I is square root of negative 1, how much will be I squared?
1.
Negative 1.
Negative 1.
Because you'll be squaring this thing here.
Yeah.
Square and root will cancel out. So I squared is negative 1. So wherever there's I squared, you'll plug in negative 1, right?
Yes.
So I squared is on the top. I'll be plugging in negative 1 there. And I squared is in the bottom. I'll be plugging negative 1 there. Now, can you simplify this thing?
Yeah, so it's 24
Mm-hmm.
plus 13I
Mm-hmm.
plus 2. Oh, so 26.
Okay, 26 plus 39 divided by
9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13.
right. So can you give this 13 to both of them?